Hey everybody, welcome back to Breeze Toys and Games. Today I'm looking at another official Dungeons & Dragons product. This is Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition Oriental Adventures by Gary Gygax. This book introduces a lot of Asian stereotypes and mythology to the game. So, ninjas, samurais, Chinese-type dragons, things like that. So let's just flip through the book a little bit and talk about it. I had this book a long time ago. So it adds quite a bit of new stuff. Let's look at the table of contents. Okay, so you have, let's see, character classes and races. It adds some new ones. Korobokuru, Yokai, Spirit Folk, Oriental classes, Oriental Barbarian, Bushi, Kinsei, Monk, Ninja, Samurai, Shukinja, Shohai, Wujin, and Yakuza. Character abilities, multiple attacks, multi-class and dual-class characters, alignment, languages, classes, and subclasses. And then it introduces families, clans, and castes, honor, money and equipment, proficiencies, Shukinja spells, Wujin spells, combat, martial arts, styles, creating a style, special maneuvers, principal methods, mental and physical training, stunning and incapacitating, learning martial arts, multiple styles and combining styles, events and in calendars, encounter tables, monsters, climate groupings. So it adds a whole bunch of new Asian style monsters, treasure and magic items, an overview of Kara-Tur, that's the land, daily life in Kara-Tur, dress, food, buildings, religion, law and justice, manners, names, building, floor plans, bibliography, and then family chart. And then we got some tables over here. Tells you what page they're on. Pretty good book. Pretty thick book for a supplement. I mean, it's kind of thin by today's standards, but for first edition D&D, a pretty solid book, to tell you the truth. So much good stuff. Now let's check out to see if we got some art in this book. It does look like whoever owned it before me took some notes. Oops. Maybe I'll take some white out? Maybe not. I'm trying to see if there's any artwork in this book. So far I'm on page 15 and not a single piece of art. That's a strike against the book. Now, to be fair, y'all listen. This was published in like 1984, I think? And it was written by Gary Gygax, who was a known old fart. Published, what year was this published? 1985. What I'm getting at is it's going to have some, shall we say, problematic stereotypes and caricatures. I mean, it's called Oriental Adventures, which is an outdated term by today's standards. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. I'm all the way up to page 35, and I've not seen a single piece of artwork in this. But finally, page 41 is the first art I've seen in the book. And that's all it is, just a little tiny sketch. Okay, here's some pictures of the armor and equipment, weapons and things, so that's good. Give you an idea of what you're using. Let's see, katana, wakizashi, pellet bow, daiku, parang, man catcher. I can't say most of these words, I apologize. I'm looking to see ninja weapons, ninja to, kuwanaga, kusari gama, shurikens, sai, nunchaku. I recognize some of these. All the Ninja Turtle weapons are here. Alright. So you could play a Ninja Turtle, presumably. Or a character, ninja type, based on a Ninja Turtle if you wanted to. Ninja Barbarian, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, very minimal artwork. And it's all black and white. And it looks like just, like, sketches. I'm just going to keep flipping through the book. We got some spells. Not interested in those. Alright. Whole bunch of spells. Martial arts. So they introduced the monk class in the first edition player's handbook, which was the closest you could get to an Asian archetype in the original first edition Dungeons and Dragons. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, I should say. Here's some monsters. Again, no pictures to go with the monsters. Even the monster manuals always have pictures. So this is... I don't like this. This book is sort of... I'm going to call it an inferior product than what I anticipated. I'm a little disappointed. Just not enough artwork in this book. It feels like a rushed product from the looks of it. Looks like they cut costs, and I don't know. I like the fact that it adds new spells, equipment, weapons, martial arts, new character races, classes, and things like that. So it's got some good meat and potatoes to it. But there's no corn. There's no green beans. There's no onions. It's missing the, you know, some very important stuff. So it's like mostly good? I don't know. I guess just flipping through it, I don't really rank books. I don't feel like that's justified, but I guess if I was going to say... Okay, I'll do it this way. Do you need this book in your collection? Probably not. I think you could probably cobble together most of what's in this book using other resources. And a little bit of your own imagination. Most of what you want, you could probably piece this together just using the Dungeon Master's Guide, to tell you the truth. I don't think I just don't know if anything in this book is necessary just because there's no pictures. They're going to describe monsters but not give you pictures of the monsters. This is written in 1985. There was no Google. You didn't have a cell phone back then. You couldn't just look up what that monster looked like. So if you weren't familiar with Asian mythology, just look at some of these monsters. Here we go. Bakemono. What's a Bakemono? The Bakemonos are cousins to the Western Goblin, and in characteristics and habits are quite similar to these creatures. So it's a goblin. Bisan, lesser spirit. Found in conjunction with a particular tree, usually one that is harvested. I don't know what that means. Okay, giant carp. Buso. Buso are fearsome ghoul-like creatures normally found near cemeteries. Okay. Ghoul, what did it say? Ghoul-like creatures. Well, that doesn't tell me anything. The Bajang is an evil and malignant creature found in tropical jungles. It's an evil-looking humanoid with bird-like feet and clawed. Okay, these descriptions are useless. So, I'm not going to recommend this book. You do not need this book in your collection. You could probably come up with a character archetype just using the information in the 3 core rule books and still be able to play an Asian-style adventure if that's what you wanted. Just using, like, modifying the monk class and using information in the Dungeon Master's Guide on how to modify, you know, monsters and combat and stuff like that. I just don't see this book as necessary. I bought it for 2 reasons. One, I'm going for a complete AD&D set. I want every hardback book that was published by TSR in the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons era. And 2, I had it before, so there's a bit of nostalgia. You know what I mean? But beyond that, this is not a book I can recommend. I just can't. Setting aside, because it's 1980s, it's Gary Gygax, there's a lot of outdated, offensive, problematic stuff in all of first edition Dungeons and Dragons. So if you're going to collect this old stuff, you have to accept that. It comes with the territory. Setting that aside, this is still an inferior product. Hardly any art at all. No art in the monster pages. Just, you know, is it a totally useless book? No. It's just not a totally useful book either. It's half-assed and incomplete. And that's not good. It's not good at all. It's not bad, but like I said, I just don't really feel like it's a necessary product. Stay cool.